What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to the 1st of October. Today is Saturday, October 1st, 2022, and we have a lot of stuff that we need to discuss because the world's in trouble. And when I say the world, I mean the world. I don't just mean you and I mean the entire world is in trouble. Here's what we know. Something major happened yesterday, and the magnitude of this is huge. This is what is causing a lot of problems, not just in the U.S. economy, but in other economies as well. This is bigger than OPEC potentially cutting oil output once again. This is even bigger than the estimated $63 billion in losses from Hurricane Ian, and this is just in Florida. What I am talking about that is huge, that is the reason we are all in trouble, is because Russian President Vladimir Putin signed accession treaties yesterday, annexing parts of Ukraine into the Russian Federation. Not only did he sign these accession treaties, he did so in defiance of international law. That's a problem. Russia doesn't care. Okay, I don't want to just say Russia doesn't care. Vladimir Putin, the Kremlin, do not care if they're violating international law. Well, as a result, the United States decided to slap new sanctions on Russia. And here's what I can tell you. Immediately after Vladimir Putin annexed 4 regions of Ukraine into the Russian Federation, President Biden came out and had, a pretty good statement, lengthy statement. He said, and I quote, "The United States condemns Russia's fraudulent attempt today to annex sovereign Ukraine territory. Russia is violating international law, trampling on the United Nations Charter, and showing its contempt for peaceful nations everywhere." President Biden also added, "Make no mistake, these actions have no legitimacy. The United States will always honor Ukraine's internationally recognized borders. We will continue to support Ukraine's effort to regain control of its territory by strengthening its hand militarily and diplomatically, including through the $1.1 billion in additional security assistance the United States announced just this week." Yes, we are still sending money and military equipment over to Ukraine. President Biden also ended with this. "These sanctions will impose costs on individuals and entities inside and outside of Russia that provide political or economic support to illegally attempt to change the status of Ukrainian territory. We will rally the international community to both denounce these moves and to hold Russia accountable. And we are fully prepared to defend." I'm going to say this again. America is fully prepared with our NATO allies to defend every single inch of NATO territory. Every single inch. So, Mr. Putin, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Every inch. That is his statement. President Biden said, let me read that again. "We are fully prepared to defend." I'm going to say this again. America is fully prepared with our NATO allies to defend every single inch of NATO territory. Every single inch. Here's the big problem. The United States doesn't want to go into war with Russia. Russia doesn't want to go into war with the United States. Just like the United States and China do not want to go to war, against each other. Right? You got 3 powerhouses here. Well, right now, here's what's happening. Ukraine just applied for NATO membership, and they are ruling out any talks with Vladimir Putin. This is a huge problem, and this is why the world is in trouble. Russia does not want any bordering country to be part of NATO. Obviously, Ukraine is bordering Russia. So guess what? Ukraine cannot be part of NATO, according to Russia. They do not want NATO that close. But the fact of the matter is this. Ukraine is attempting to fast-track their membership into NATO. This is a clear sign that they are done fighting against Russia. They are going to continue to try to monitor and try to defend their country. They do not want to fight. but they will if they have to. President Biden has made it very clear that the United States is fully prepared to defend every inch of a NATO territory. Well, if Ukraine becomes a NATO country, United States will step up and we will defend Ukraine from Russia. That is a problem. The problem here is that Russia will not stop until it takes over what they believe is theirs. And that is much of Ukraine. Vladimir Putin even stated yesterday that he will defend all recently annexed territories at all costs, which means the United States stepping in now would just create chaos for the entire world. We'll see food skyrocket in price, precious metals, they're going to soar in price, and guess what? And here's the real problem. Who do you think controls all the precious metals, or the majority of them? Yeah, it's Russia, it's China, those countries. Not the United States, not Europe. No, that's not what's happening. We're going to see inflation continue upwards, and things are just going to be devastating. So the people that are the lower income, the middle income households, whether you're in the United States or another country, these are the ones that are going to struggle. This is why you need to stock up. This is why you need to be prepared. This is why you need to have assets, and that's real estate, businesses, gold, silver, right? You need to have assets that you can use and leverage. That's the problem. So here's what I can tell you. We don't know what's going to happen. I can come on here and tell you, oh, here's what's going to happen, right? Guarantee. There's no guarantee. Could we go into a war with Russia? Yes, definitely. Is Russia going to stop if the United States steps up and say, hey, we're here to protect our little brother, Ukraine? No. Russia's not going to stop. Russia cannot stop. I've said this before. I will continue to say it again. Vladimir Putin, he will go down without a fight, or with a fight. He is not just going to stop. He is going to continue to push and push and push until he gets all of Ukraine. Until he gets all of it. He doesn't want to stop at just 4 territories. No, he wants everything. But, and this is one of the reports I read just this morning, that according to the report, it looks like Vladimir Putin is testing the waters. Because if he were to go in and try to just, well, first off, it would be almost impossible for him to just go in and take all of Ukraine. They tried to go and invade Ukraine, and they struggled. There were a lot of deaths. There's a lot of casualties. Doesn't matter, but there was a lot. Okay, here's what these reports are saying, and some are agreeing that yes, this is true. What you do is you test the waters. You see, okay, I'm going to annex these 4 territories, and let's see what happens. Let's see, does the United States come out and sanction Russia again? Yeah, that's what we did. Is it going to do anything? Well, we're going to find out. And is that all we do? Are we just going to sanction Russia? Well, if that's all we do, then maybe Russia decides, you know what? It wasn't that bad. Let's go back and let's get more. Let's go get more of Ukraine. And so as this happens, and again, this is what the report is saying, is what we're going to see is Russia isn't going to stop at just these 4 territories. Then they're going to go and add a couple more and more and more until they pretty much have all of Ukraine. Or Ukraine's going to be a very small country. So, here's what we do know. Things are not going to be the same. If we think that, you know what, yeah, Russia now annexed part of Ukraine, no big deal, that's not the case. The United States is going to step in. We're going to see other countries step in. They're going to sanction Russia. Then Russia's going to retaliate like we've seen before and withhold, natural gas, withhold oil, withhold wheat, right? Precious metals. That's what we're going to see. So again, we're in trouble. And this is why we need to stock up. Not just stock up on food and water and maybe toilet paper, but stock up on things like, businesses, gold, silver, some form of an asset that you can leverage, you can use, that's going to pay you. That's what we need to do. So, I will be here every step of the way. I will keep you updated on everything that's going on, good news, bad news, and everything in between. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.